Let's go, combat drone. Burn. Just disintegrates. Nice job.
Good one.
Excuse me? Oh, she got it. Sounds like they both went down at the same time. I'm just over here picking robots apart, Parvati. Thank you for your help. It's been really a pleasure knowing you. You're doing a great job out there. Advanced defensive helmet. Oh, hello. Now we're talking. Armor type heavy. 17 armor. We'd lose the lockpicking bonus, but that's totally fine, actually. We might want to consider not repairing all the time, just to see if there's a significant difference in what we have to spend. Whether, if we have a larger deficit, we might have to... We're going to have to spend more, but I don't know if it's efficient to repair when it's only a little bit that needs it. Okay, geothermal plant. Plant.
Something you need?
I don't know, something on your mind? Oh, yes. You mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
So the minute she thought of having a kid, they put it down on her permanent record?
What? No, conception is in...
Conception.
Has nobody ever taught you about this?
I'm sorry, Parvati. No, they haven't. I'm sorry. Ugh. See, we have to choose the dumb option. Thomas seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Yeah. To be honest, never seen a man with a bigger or more obvious crush.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
100% we'll do that. I also mentioned something earlier I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Oh. In the bar, you asked if I was a drinker.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
Yeah, but I'm gonna guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad.
Ooh.
I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
There's a couple of layers going on with Parvati here. Look, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
You said the mission was too clean. Isn't a church supposed to be clean? Talking about where Vicar was.
Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Wow, I reckon nobody'd want to live in a gunked up universe.
I reckon we already do, we ain't got no choice in the matter. So maybe somebody ought to take a rag to it.
Fair. Okay, we're gonna have to talk to her more frequently.
The control room.
I'm gonna sell... Yeah, let's just sell all of our junk. Now we got serious cash coming in, actually. Spacer's Choice merch. Mag to zap, silver tongue, sure grip. Cannot purchase this restricted stock. Must have to.
Right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
System alert.
Oh, wait.
Performing an error.
Don't mess with us.
Oh, somebody's coming to investigate.
Area sweep now.
Incoming! Everyone all right?
Doing great. Thank you. Receptionist has seen better days. Baser's choice property, receptionist terminal, errors, terminal memory purged, maintenance logs purged, personnel files purged, company notifications purged, messages purged, personal memos purged, incomplete, 2 files available. File 1. I had to borrow your copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering and need the reference. I've returned my copy to the repair bay. So that's another one of those guides we'll pick up. And chaos everywhere. Mechanical's gone haywire. Gunfire. Hearing some screams. Oh, law. I think it's someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you, proud member of Spacer's Choice family. Okay. Repair bay for that guide. So there's a logic module right over here. Ordnance control armor. Oh, that's huge. Worker outfit, less huge. Powered helmets. Oh, it's about to get real. Okay, so this is actually still better. This is pristine as well. 14 armor. Defense skills plus 5. Factory stock armor plating. Very cool. And now we can give her a helmet. Let's give her this one. And let's go with this as well. Optional geothermal security chief's key card. Instead of spending 4 mag picks. Unlock the door. Passcode is in a state of lockdown. Oh, didn't we get this? Yeah, we did. Spacer Thompson. That was the actual passcode. Spacer Thompson. Thanks, Thompson. Personal files. Access. Personal log 79. Guy Robot. Personal logs. Tanaka, Chief of Security. Chester Higgins again, that hull head, found him fiddling around with just one, or with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now and feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module, and I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future, which is behind us, I guess. It doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up a chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointing every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an auto mechanical never will. I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. Company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Never. Tanaka. The worst has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return, which I guess didn't happen. But he is now in the control room or on the way to. Automated message. Greetings, Security Chief Tanaka. This is an automated message initiated by the Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. Security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G Brew. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for you, or good for what ails you. All right. So these have been updated. Let's see. Terminal logs in the plant's security office mentioned the logic unit has been locked in a storage room. You need to find the key card unless you can pick your way in. Perhaps the security chief had it on him. According to the terminal log, auto mechanicals turned hostile and began attacking the other workers. So we could go in there, and we have the keys, so we might as well use them. But I also want to see.
Here we go. Look at us. There they go.
Let's see here. We'll go to the assault rifle for the shock, and we'll just see if we get any more, if it feels stronger against these things. Nice job. Oh, she looks awesome in that armor.
That's the last of them.
It's not a significant improvement, but we are shooting a lot faster and actually just getting rid of them quicker. Body's up there. What's this? What the frick? Repair bay terminal access. Repair log 12. Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all of our mechanicals. Every Century and drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I'd like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice, it's the Spacer's Choice. Just finished a routine maintenance of our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules, which we've just learned about. Haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. Company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago, guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by my own self. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little experimentation. Higgins. Lovely. What's this? Hastily written note. Borrowed a copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume 3. I need something to read down in the pit. Much obliged. Higgins. Cobbled exosuit. We're just gonna break this down, I guess. How do we get up to that section? There's a bridge crossing there.
No, just leave me alone.
Oh, found Higgins. Hold on, Higgins, I'm coming.
Get away!
Who's he talking to? Wait, what?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
I'm pretty real. Phantoms where? Oh, look at a sneak check that we don't have.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Also talking to himself. That's good. Higgins, this Phantom's got a name?
No, you can't possibly be a hallucination. You're much too dense. Not at all, my corporeal friend.
Thanks, Higgins.
Is my name. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Makes sense. What is it that you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
Gotcha. So you're an engineer then?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Right. So if you've been working on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them?
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Help me, Higgins. Dumb persuade. Listen, I'm not afraid of any mechanicals. I can't even spell mechanicals.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Yes, now we're talking, Higgins. Now we're talking. Dumb and engineering. No wonder they're so angry. Somebody messed around with their logic modules.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Very cool. Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Thanks. I love how many different ways things can go to find these things so far, and we're still early, but it's cool to see the twists and turns and the multiple avenues.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail.
No.
If you're feeling adventurous,
Higgins,
the ears are a particular delicacy.
It's not what I was going to ask you. How have you been surviving all this time? I might not want to know.
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
Have you considered leaving? Instead of just eating sprats?
Braised. Boiled. Charred. Skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
Uh-huh. What happened here exactly?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you survived?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started.
Convenient.
So, as usual, I missed out.
All right. Well, we will 100% try and shut these things down if we can. I think that would be cool. Find the 3 volumes, turn in the medicine. Okay. I don't know if we can get this guy out of here. That would be kind of nice. Here's the mechanical engineering. Hope he doesn't mind. Okay, so logic module's back up there. The corpse is there. It would be really nice to... It would be really nice to be able to reprogram these guys.
You?
Let's see. I just want to see if he would repeat that, but we'll find it. Yes, please.
That's clever.
Thanks.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Medium-sized award, typical of the kind given out at annual company achievement banquets. Can we shut this off somehow, or... Here.
Oh,
I see it now.
Good job.
Don't mess with it.
Okay, so there's all these tubes. This has to be related to this, I'm guessing. Oh, this is where the optional thing is. Give you a passcode to a terminal located elsewhere in the plant. Allows you to reprogram them. Makes getting around easier. Yeah, that would be great. That's what we would like to do. Engineering, shut off steam release valves. Thanks. That's less helpful on this side. Okay, so we came from here. This is where we came in originally, right? I see. Okay, let's try and get to this guy's corpse. And then if we can, we'll worry about rerouting the power when we see stuff.
I'll fix you right up. Nice one.
Reload! I guess that counts as reprogramming them. I have to assume that we've just killed them all. Okay, that's one way of handling it. Okay, so this must be we're diverting power all over this place, I guess. There's our logic module. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so we're back in here. We still want to get this guy's corpse. We've gone everywhere but there. This should have the key card on it.
Nice one.
There it is. Thank you. Light machine gun. 320. That's solid. Okay, so it's the exact same as what we already have, but not pristine. Here we go. Modify behavior. Select new mode. Can't do that. We can select new targets. Define intruders. Spacer's Choice Auto Mechanicals. Great. We've done an excellent job of reprogramming the non-existent mechanicals. Awesome. That's just dandy. Again, multiple ways of doing things. Very cool. There's the logic module we needed. Adrenal, weapon parts, Adrena time. Mr. Power. Plasma damage. Increase your range weapon skills, armor mod. Thanks. Okay, so we need to return to Ludwig. That's fine. We need to find these other volumes, but we know one's back in town. We have to turn in the medicine. And more importantly now, we need to divert the power. So that's close by. And I'm guessing all those things that we've been flipping, all those switches, are probably leading towards this.
Once we do this,
Yeah,
I'll
see?
come back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you understand what you're about to do?
No, and I'm stressed about it. Yeah, give me your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
It just
okay.
sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
See, I get that. I get that. And then you have those deserters, which made... This is the thing. They made the choice to leave, but we have to decide on one. Like, we have to say, one of you's losing power. And I made this comment earlier about how Reed is just one guy, and it's like, yeah, that he doesn't seem like the greatest dude ever, but it's also everybody in town that you have to consider. Let's see what she says about this. Reed tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers in power.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Okay, so actually... Okay, I kind of understand more now. It sounds like by turning off the deserters' power, it forces them to come back and reinforces everybody, which is like... I don't know. What about the deserters as a community? Can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the
Yeah,
town.
see? Because it's a personal
Do you really wanna be
vendetta.
party to that kind of hatred?
It's a personal vendetta between her and the other guy. But she's kind of putting it under this veil of like, oh, everyone's welcome here, and ugh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that.
No, I appreciate it.
I felt like I had to say something.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
No, that's cool. I'm glad that she, like, interrupts us to do it, too. Well, I think I know what we're gonna do. Let's check plant status. Emerald Vale geothermal plant operating at 22% efficiency. Power is being distributed to Edgewater and the Botanical Laboratory. We're gonna redirect power. Safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. I'm ready. Please select a destination. I think, and talking with her actually helps solidify this, but I'm going to redirect power back to Edgewater. Additional structure damage detected. Okay. We should leave? We should leave. So all of this could have went down a little bit differently, depending on how we handle these situations. Not even like, I guess not. Yeah. I got him. Don't you worry. Worth it. It's not choices, not decisions, but like we could have done things a lot quicker just by lockpicking the door. Or we could have, if we would have gone in to find his body right away, then we also would have been near the thing to change the automechanical behaviors, and that would have just made walking through here a little bit easier. But then you get like the XP from killing them and stuff, so it's pretty good arguments on either side, in my opinion. And we'll see how this choice affects us. We're gonna go and just take the power regulator from the botanical lab. She is not gonna be happy. I kind of don't want to face them. Convince the deserters to return. Oh, there we go. Cool. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. So we're gonna run back to this area. There was always kind of this undertone of like, well, maybe they'll rejoin. But it never felt certain that they would. Oh, hello. Tossball card. Collectible tossball. Isn't that nice? Check this out. Okay, so we got a new perk. I am definitely going to take the base health increase. That's not even a question. Skill-wise, I actually think we'll go here. Let's revert this. I'm going to get a second drug mixing slot for the inhaler. And then I'll put our other one into here. So we're getting closer on hacking. Unlock access to restricted items and vending machines. Oh, that's... okay. Yeah, cool. Because that'll let us buy, like, expensive stuff. And cool stuff. In theory. Alright. Sweet. We should be a little stronger. Now, let's go back here. We'll talk to these guys. They're going to be pretty upset, I would imagine, but maybe we can convince some to rejoin the other place, and we can get our power for our ship. That'll be cool. And then we'll see what happens. Anyways, let's take a break here, and then when we return, we'll confront them. Oh, we'll talk to the deserters first, maybe, and then we'll talk to Adelaide. We'll see. See you guys soon.